A few years back, I worked at a bank office outside the U.S. I wasn't the best at sales, but I excelled in service and understanding processes, pricing, and conditions. Because of this, I held an administrator position, not a manager, but still pretty knowledgeable. My role involved meeting clients, helping them with issues related to ATMs or mobile apps, and directing them to the right specialists through our electronic queue. One day, a woman walked in, let's call her customer. She wanted to withdraw some cash. I suggested she use the ATM, but she insisted she had already tried and couldn't withdraw more due to her daily limit. I asked how much she wanted to take out, and she said 600,000 of our local currency. I explained that, due to bank policy, she needed to order that amount in advance, specifically 5 days ahead, for safety reasons. I told her she could withdraw 150,000 without a fee today, and an additional 300,000 with a 2.5% fee. However, if she waited until tomorrow, she could withdraw the full amount without any fees, as her daily limit would reset. She wasn't happy with my response. I understood her frustration, but then she became rude and unreasonable. Customer, I need to talk to someone more experienced. What do you mean I can't withdraw my money? It's a bank. Me, they'll tell you the same thing. It's bank policy. The fastest and cheapest way for you to get the amount you need is to use the ATM tomorrow after midnight, if it's urgent. Customer, no, I don't want to talk to you. You're just a newbie. Give me a queue number so I can speak to a proper bank worker. I chuckled internally because I was actually the most experienced employee there in terms of operational work, but I respected her wishes. I handed her a queue number and moved on. About 20 minutes later, her number was called. She started asking the same questions to a new employee. Let's call her Eve, who had only been working there for about a month. Eve wasn't fully familiar with the procedures yet, so she began the standard identification process, checking the client's ID, searching for her profile in the database, and sending an SMS code for verification. This took about 5 minutes. When he finally asked what the customer wanted to do, the woman repeated her question. Eve attempted to process the withdrawal, but quickly realized she couldn't enter more than 450,000, and that there would be a fee. Guess what happened next? She called me over for help. I walked over and asked Eve what was going on. Eve, look, customer wants to withdraw 600,000, but I can only process 450,000 and there's a fee. Me, I'm sorry, but I can't help here. The client insisted on speaking with a more experienced employee. With that, I returned to my workstation. What followed was a back and forth between customer and poor Eve, who was trying to explain the same information while I typed everything into the work chat to assist her. Eventually, Eve gave up and offered customer the chance to speak with a manager if she was still unhappy. After waiting another 20 minutes, the manager delivered the same information I had provided nearly an hour earlier. She could withdraw 150,000 for free today, 300,000 more with fees, and after midnight, she could access a full 600,000 via ATM without any fees. Plus, for large withdrawals in the future, she needed to order cash in advance. Customer stormed out, furious and not even looking my way. In short, she wasn't satisfied with my consultation and wasted nearly an hour just to hear the same answer repeated twice.